Hey guys, so before we roll into this episode, just wanted to give like a quick little foreword about what's in the episode, some of the content. Some of it's a little touchy. There's some touchy subjects that kind of spring up here and there. Um, uh,
I mean, I think what Sergeant Johnson's trying to say is our goal of this episode was to kind of bring to light some of the issues that there are in the military
yeah,
and kind of explain like what they are and make it known that
mhm,
like they're not okay and they need to be addressed and that it's okay to say something and speak up about these issues. And kind of like stand up for yourself. And like for anybody out there that's got a unit that this kind of shit is happening in on a regular basis and it's being normalized and it's okay, like there's nothing wrong with, filing a complaint or
hmm
requesting for somebody to come and sit in on it unannounced.
yeah, getting that bit of pushback. Yeah,
Get some pushback, like, make it known because sitting and suffering in silence is not the right answer.
yeah, no,
Like that's how we run into the suicide and that kind of stuff, and that's not what anybody wants.
hmm
So sit through the podcast episode. It does have some good information in there, and anybody here on the pod is always available if somebody needs to talk, and if you need to pick our brains just because we've been in for a little bit longer and you want to know what the best way is to like maybe address an issue that you're having with your unit, or with somebody in your unit, like we're open to that. Like shoot
yeah,
us a direct message.
yeah,
You can reach us on Reddit, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
hmm
So let us know. We're happy to help anybody out with that, and hopefully you enjoyed the episode, even though it does have some touchy subjects, like we said, and we hope you enjoy it.
yeah. Strap in for this one, y'all.
Love you, mean it. Welcome back to the Steps Art Podcast. Honest conversations, unfiltered opinions, stories you won't hear in a briefing. Subscribe now and hear the side of service no one talks about, but everyone remembers. I'm your host, Tim Hunsaker, and I've got my co-hosts with me, Eric Hunter.
Hey, yo.
And Nassim Johnson.
Howdy, how y'all doing? What's funny, man? You don't like my voice or something? What the hell is the problem, boy? Why are you like? We're supposed to be professional, damn it.
Yeah, you sound real professional.
I am very professional, boy.
Okay.
I take this very serious. All right, continue, Mr. Sacred Hunter.
All right, so today's topic is what's the weirdest thing that became normal way too fast after you joined?
Yeah, I feel like
Good question. Yeah.
there's a lot that that I've just associated with the norm at this point.
Yeah.
Even if it's just some things that we talk about, like words that you say, whether it's the jargon, you just throw out jargon randomly, and that's just like a norm now. That's kind of weird,
Mhm.
or something more extreme. The amount of I feel like we had a conversation, not a conversation, but like a comment about a previous topic, and someone was like the amount of gay.
Yeah. That's like the only guy I can really think of.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
like
I feel
this-
like we've talked about that.
But I was gay before entry, though.
Yeah, but like the gayness, I feel like in the military, like it went up about 20 to 30% in the gays.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah,
But that's just
how it is.
yeah.
I mean, we
It's
can't.
funny.
All right, so we're gonna kind of skip around a little bit just because I want to do some of the first comments and then move to the newer ones.
Gotcha.
All right, so our first comment that we had overall was the amount of cheating and just casual sex stemming from conversations had the same day.
Yes.
What?
The amount of like people who would cheat on their significant other, and then like you meet, like me and you have a conversation, and then we go have some just hot gay sex. No, some hot sex later.
Wow.
Just
Okay.
the amount of times like you get like a new female will come to the unit, and like you just see that one dude
Yep.
who's got game go up to her, and
Yeah.
you just know they fuck it by the end of the day.
Oh yeah, for sure. So I'm not gonna out anybody, clearly the fuck. But yo, I've met some people, right, that are like, I'm talking about devious cheaters. I'm talking about like grade A cheaters. Like these motherfuckers will like have their wife at an event day before or same day, and then go on to cheat that night.
Yeah, it's
Literal spouse. You finna go cheat that same day.
That's wild.
Probably with a bitch that saw your spouse at the event.
Yeah. Might have
Met
even
and
talked to her. Yeah.
spoke with
Yeah.
the wife. Yes, at the event. That shit is crazy.
The amount of so first you've heard the funny way that I say funny. You've heard the sad way they break down TDY,
Yes.
temporarily divorced you.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's fucking step one right there. I already know the game plan if you go on TDY. Two is when I deployed to Cuba. Like we literally went with somebody who was married to somebody else when we like went out, and then came back married to a different person.
Wow.
So that was wild.
Whoa.
My wife had a friend like that in Air Force. Which wild and all through IAT.
Yeah, like just
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what it is about you put. I mean, I get it. I guess you put males and females in the same room and
Yes.
tell them to spend all their time together.
Yes.
But like the fact that, especially for guard, that it happens is just
Yes.
insane because it's
Yes.
like one weekend a month. You can't keep that shit in your pants for one weekend, one fucking weekend.
I don't know.
I'm talking about one of the dogs I was talking about would have hotel rooms set up for the entire weekend. Different hotel rooms, different bitches. Yeah,
Yes.
one of them. We get bitches to come scoop, type of shit. Yeah.
Crazy.
It's that one weekend of freedom. I guess.
I guess, man.
I don't. I mean, I don't know. I don't know on that one. Anyway.
But shout out to my dogs. Not saying I condone that shit, but do your thing, my boy.
I guess. Yeah. Yeah.
My boy or girl. Yeah, let me say that too, because it ain't just the males out here. Okay, it damn sure ain't just the males. Let's re-emphasize that.
I can agree with that. I mean, like, because it's schools. I mean, that's the closest I've been to the same. That's what you guys are talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But like, anytime that I'd go TDY and go to like a school or something like that, just the amount of females at that school that have talked about their spouse and their kids that are hooking up with members of their class during training, it's just wild. It just blew me away.
Yeah,
and it's like I don't we even had, and I only know this because like my flight got canceled, so I had to stay like an extra weekend or whatever due to like a storm. But this one lady extended her DTS and gave her state like some BS reason why she needed to stay just so that she could keep fucking this one dude that was in the class that lived in that area.
That's insane.
Damn, I'm talking about
dedication right there.
Fuck.
All right, so we had a couple of responses to the comment. So first one was just somebody like basically kind of reiterating what we already said. He said how much people cheat on their significant others. At least in my experience, I've seen people have entire relationships and practically other lives with people in their units while having a family at home.
Yeah.
Yep.
You get to show up and be somebody completely different.
Yep.
Yeah.
I guess that's the one thing about the guard is that you can fake who you are for 1 weekend a month.
Hell yeah.
Oh, for sure.
That's true.
Now, I mean, in Utah, since that was where I originally joined, it was extremely common for people to be like, "Oh, this is my drill spouse," and it's just like your best friend at drill. That's a different gender.
like my work husband.
Yeah,
my
like
work
a work
wife.
husband or
work
whatever,
husband,
right? You know, basically what they're saying, and it's like usually, in my experience, like my best friend from drill was a female, and like her husband and I were like super close. We hung out all the time.
Yeah.
But then at drill, obviously, I'm not hanging out with her husband because he wasn't in the guard. But I'd hang out with her the whole time, and like we worked together as technicians too. So
that's how a lot of them situations happen.
That's true.
Use that would be out here fucking. Now you wasn't out here fucking, but it's a lot of them that would,
it would turn into
that.
But definitely interesting to say the least. But anyway, we'll move on. Somebody commented to that, or responded to that. They said, "I will never stop being amazed about how anytime I was dealing anyone from the specific states guard, I could mention those little white houses at Camp Riley, and there would be stories of tons of cheating and usually orgies. Different units, different MOSs, different time periods, and it's like a rite of passage in that state. Damn. Plus the one-legged midget stripper in Astoria that they all had stories of."
Oh, okay. Damn. Down and dirty.
Somebody responded to this with, a little GIF. And it just says, "Sorry, what?"
Sorry, what? I mean, the
I said,
one-legged
"Come again?"
midget stripper has me all fucked up. Like,
Yeah, I'm a little curious on that one.
yeah.
And then somebody responded to this, and I'm assuming they're actually in that state's guard. And they said, "Are you even in the specific state's guard if you haven't heard of Annie's one-legged stripper?"
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Wow.
okay.
Naturally, this bitch would be famous. Like this bitch
Oh,
would
well,
be
now
guard
I'm
famous.
really curious. And, like, my buddy that actually does that hair stuff I told you guys about.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Hit him up.
interesting.
Hit him up.
I might have to
Yeah,
ask.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
a
you know one
question.
leg?
I mean, he's a
Do
recruiter
I?
there, so he'll probably tell us.
Yeah,
Do I?
fair enough. We'll get back with the answer about how true this is.
With some light redactions.
Like,
Yeah, some light rejections, maybe.
Maybe.
All right, moving on. Next comment. Getting shit-faced every home drill night.
Yes.
Without a
okay.
doubt.
That's yeah.
without a doubt.
Damn.
Yes.
See, why the fuck did I think of this shit? Yes, bro. Getting shit faced. Yes.
I might have told this story, but we had a cadet, and our only goal every drill weekend with the engineers was to get him drunk enough to piss himself.
Yes.
Yeah, you told me about
told
that.
us that. I don't know.
I don't remember if I
I
said
don't know
it
if
on
it made it to the pod,
Yeah, but yeah, like that was the only goal, was to get him so drunk that he'd piss himself. Like that's all. Like that's how drunk we would get.
I want y'all to understand they wanted to get him drunk enough to squirt. I just want to put
Yeah,
that
that was our only goal, because we knew we could do it. Once you've done it once, like the
Yo.
first time it ever happened, we're like, bet. You've just made a fucking problem for yourself.
He's a squirt.
I mean, this dude, and like there would be it would be something simple, like we'd all be riding around in the truck just drinking, and then he'd be like, "Oh, I need to pee," and he'd get out of the truck and go walk over to the wood line, and then just forget to take his shit out of his pants and just piss right there. It's like, bro, you really that drunk that you can't even remember to fucking pull your junk out
Oh
to
my
piss?
gosh.
Like
that's
it'd be stuff like that.
great.
Yeah, man, good times. Great guy too. That's the worst part. Like when he wasn't drunk, he was a great freaking. Like he ended up becoming a pretty great lieutenant. But
I
when he
think
was,
this is called hazing.
but when he was drunk, yeah, probably, yeah.
Oh shit.
So I mean, like, I love it specifies home drill on like at home drills,
We got drunk outside.
but for me it was when we weren't. It was when we were always at like on camp, because they had the enlisted club, and like
Ours was just period. If it was a
Like,
drill weekend,
yes,
we were getting drunk.
Yeah.
yeah, I
We
mean,
give a fuck where it was.
That's
know.
how our shit rock. But them home stations, especially at the crib, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Definitely.
And like even if you lived down the road, you were staying at the armory that
Yep.
night. Like,
Shit like that.
you know,
Yeah, we
didn't
never
care.
stayed at the armory though.
Oh yeah, we stayed at the
Poor
armory.
camaraderie, guys.
I mean, camaraderie was good, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it was always when we were like staying in the barracks
Yeah, we did that too.
most of
but-
the time. But
I will say AT is like a dial up. Like that's just
Yeah.
punched up to 10.
So
Yes.
we were actually good about ATs. Like the first week, there would be like little
Yeah,
to
very
no
little.
drinking.
Yeah.
But that second
MWR
week,
day though.
That second week, boy.
and the last day is whatever we got left is gone. Like, hey, you guys
Boy.
finish this stuff.
Yes.
But like, I mean, we damn near, like when we put out the packing list, one of the packing lists is always like a cooler for beer. Like
Mhm.
that's on the packing list.
Motherfuckers used to put that shit out, bro. Be like, hey, look, we know y'all gonna do what y'all gonna do, but SP is SP. Like,
Right? Yeah.
that shit don't move. So, hey, just make sure you all right in the morning, because you're gonna have to be.
Oh, bro, the amount of times
dead.
my driver used to like have to come and kick my bunk to get me up out of that bitch. And I just roll out, do a half-ass shave, throw my damn ACH on.
Yep.
I was like, all right, man, get me somewhere.
Let's do it.
Fucking put some shades on. I'll be good around like
Stunner
12.
shades.
Yeah, I'll be good around 12.
Man, that's the one thing I never adopted, the fucking shave, bro. It's been so many times I needed the bit to stop.
Bro.
I swear, bro.
I mean, now this is before I'd ever even like really start drinking at all.
Tinted eye pro.
What?
Huh?
What did you say?
Nah, I just was like good old tinted eye pro.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
But I remember helping my sergeant, and this is like, I was still even like new to the unit, like fresh out of AIT, new to the unit. And I remember walking with him. We went over to the enlisted club. We're hanging out. He was drinking substantial amounts. I had like a beer. And then like I'm like walking him back with a bunch of other people that were all drunk too. And he like looks at the freaking like telephone line and like the pole and everything. He's like, "That's a really funky looking tree." You're so fucked up right now. Like, dude, like, come on. I'm helping you back. Like, hurry up.
Bring your ass, man.
And yeah, it's good times. But anyway. Um Next comment. I say, "Wow, this is fucking stupid" a lot more.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's
Actually got a
crazy.
substantial amount of upvotes.
It's crazy. I'd never thought about how much I said this is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least thought
But
it.
you know what? That actually something that I realized with the guard, or the military in general, that's just so much different. When I first got in, I worked at a restaurant. And you go to your job at the restaurant, you got your tables, you know what your day's gonna be like. Like it's very set in stone. You might obviously got different customers, but that's the only thing that really changes is what they order and how you get it to them. Otherwise, your job's the same. You go, you take their order, whatever. The amount of times where I'd get my drill schedule and that shit would be like, fucking January, we're going to do, I don't know, room clearing training. And then we show up January morning and they're like, hey, yeah, we're not doing that anymore. We're going to go do riot control instead.
Yeah.
So, like, the amount of times that there would just be fuckery of just, you think you know what you're doing, but you really have no idea what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And that just became a norm. Like, we'd be like, okay, yeah, this is tentatively what we're going to be doing.
Yeah.
But that shit would change all the time.
I've had so many times I have to like pull like newer guys to the side. And like, so what are we gonna be doing today? I was like, hey, look, bro.
Yeah.
All right. Always remember adapt and overcome.
Yeah.
But be very flexible, bitch, because this shit can change at any time. Don't worry about it. Just know we're gonna get whatever it is done, bro. I promise you, it doesn't help knowing what we're gonna need to get done.
Yeah.
Because there's always some new shit. There's always something to tack on, bro.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, we're done. We're not done, bro.
And the work to standard, not the time.
Yes.
That was like, this only the military has some shit where you're like, hey, if you get your job done faster, like you're done faster. If you take forever to do this job, you gonna be here till that shit gets done.
Hey.
Versus like, I worked at a restaurant, or when I worked at any of my other jobs, it was always like, hey man, like you clock out at 12 o'clock.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you get done between now and then, you get done.
That used to be the bullshit too, working in type of jobs though, man. Like that, like, hey, I'm supposed to like work until close. Hey, it's supposed to be like 10 o'clock, but prepare for 11:30, bro. Like 11:30. That shit used to suck, bro.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Next comment. The pile up on hazing new guys who have demonstrated that they don't suck. Like, pick on the idiots if you must, but why immediately sour the relationship with a qualified new soldier? I've seen the best new guys want to leave after one contact because they got treated like shit for being new, even though they came out of the gate doing a great job.
Yes. So
I've seen this, and I don't agree with it.
So I highly agree with the sentiment of the post. This is what I was gonna say earlier. I was trolling when I was like, "That's fucking hazing, y'all get thrown square." But like, so it's certain ways you do shit. You get what I'm saying? And
yeah.
I've definitely witnessed exactly what they're talking about, like that souring that initial relationship. Because we do shit to like haze, quote unquote, new people, like getting them drunk and shit, man. Like whenever they come in. But that's more of like a rite of passage, not just fucking hazing them. Just shitting on them because they're a new guy. Guys, we need to stop doing that. We need to stop doing that. The people who are doing
well, and like, when we say like, this is like bad hazing, not like the fun, like
shooting the shit.
Go get me some like blinker fluid or some shit like that. Like the entertaining, like sample. it's old jokes, good fun, like, but like the actual like shitting on somebody for literally no reason other than that they're new.
Yeah,
that needs to stop for sure.
Yeah.
Then we had a response to this, which is just kind of an example of it. So I was told after 3 years, a combat deployment, and doing more than they do in my civilian job, that I was still new. He's like, what else can I do for you guys?
Damn.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is crazy. Like, I didn't experience that, but...
But you get a lot of people who are like, "Oh, I've been doing this longer than you, so you're therefore new."
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. I've definitely run into that for sure.
Like there will be like I'll have even now, like some of my mentors, they've been in the guard maybe 3 to 5 years longer than me.
Mhm.
I've been in the guard for 15 years.
Right.
Yeah.
I've been around the block a few times.
Yeah, for sure.
And they're still like, man, you're just like a little baby. Like, you just don't know this. You don't know that. Like, motherfucker, you've been in like 3 to 5 years more than me. Sure, you've been doing our job a little bit longer.
Mhm.
So therefore, you're more experienced in this one field. But that doesn't make me like some new
Inexperienced.
little infant. Like, I
Yeah.
still understand the basis. I'm just, learning this one job. So
Yep.
that's something that even I get that experience.
Yep. No, I agree. Alright. And then the next comment was the amount of people cheating on a deployment.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah. I mean, I already
We
kind
kinda
of
already
hit
talked
that
about
one
that.
on the
That's a
head. Yeah.
callback right there.
Yeah.
I mean, the response was like, I don't know how people do this and not feel like losers. To be honest, it's just nasty.
Yeah.
No, I know exactly how they do it.
I mean,
but I do get the
we know how
sentiment
they
for
do
sure.
it.
I
But
get what you're saying, but I know exactly how they do it.
Like,
come on.
some people just, hormones are a thing, and you go 12 months without being able to express it, 9 months, whatever.
Well, and I
And
mean,
they
it's
just feel
one
a
of those
need.
things, and only people that are in the military are going to understand
Yeah.
the bonds that you have with your fellow soldiers or your like your battle
Yeah.
buddy, right? And it's like, yeah, sometimes it gets a little too far.
Mhm.
I mean, this is the best explanation that I can give it. Never had that happen, but
Yeah.
I think that not that I'm saying it's okay, but
Yeah.
all right, but moving on. So next comment is being just downright shitty to your coworkers for a laugh.
Mm.
Maybe it's just a thing in combat arms, but before joining, I would never have said some of the shit that I did to my coworkers. Eventually, I got normalized like everything does, and I played along not to get ostracized, but it never felt quite right. Been a bitch of a long time unlearning it in the civilian world.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. I mean, most of my experience. I mean, all of my M-Day experience is combat arms, both my deployments. So I don't know if it's different outside of combat arms or not, but I definitely see that a lot. Always, the only way we have fun is at somebody else's expense. Like, everybody's laughing at somebody else's expense.
Which I am super not a fan.
Yeah, it's not ever fun. Especially if you're the one who it's at your expense.
Yeah,
Oh,
which I mean, I've been the person being laughed at, but I've also laughed at somebody else because something happened. Like, I mean, I remember we were at one AT. It's like I think it's my second AT, and we were up at a reservoir doing, some work. We were clearing trees and stuff like that for campsites and stuff with like deck cord and shit. So it was a pretty fun annual training actually.
Yeah.
But I remember this one kid who I don't think had ever really been camping. It was like not really walking well on the uneven ground in our little AO, and he was like walking with his food and just like stepped in a little hole and like fucking fell, face planted his food right into his face.
oh man.
And it was hilarious. I'm sorry, like, but it was really funny, right? Like, I mean, like, it's hard not to laugh about that because it's like, yeah, it fucking sucks, but
I mean, that's literally like something that would happen in a cartoon. Like,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
everybody laughed, and then we like got him more food, but
Yeah, see those moments, you just gotta take that shit in stride, bro.
yeah,
Like,
I mean, he was a good sport about it, but
Yeah.
yeah, and if you like legit do something like that, like, I'm not gonna say stupid because he wasn't doing
Yeah.
something stupid. It was
no,
literally
it was
just
just
an
an accident.
But
it just,
I mean,
it was,
it's
You gotta know that's gonna come.
yeah, you know that's like, oh man, this is like somebody who watches this is going to laugh, and
Yeah.
everybody sees it. So
I
Like,
mean,
on the way
it's-
down, you should be like, "Oh, I'm cooked."
It's-
And then it hit your
it's
face,
different
"Oh."
if like he was walking and like let's say he was talking to somebody and somebody else came out and
like,
tripped
him
to
or
make that
pushed him.
happen.
Yeah, 100%.
That would be
That would be some
that
bullshit.
would be more of, I guess, where we're on with that.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, well, same AT. So a lot of shit happened after that. Actually, we had one dude that cut off part of his toe or his foot
Ooh,
with a
shit.
hatchet, trying to cut some wood for like
Oh,
having
yeah,
a
you did
fire.
tell me about
I did
that.
tell you about this,
Mm.
and so I wasn't there. So this is kind of like a third party, conversation later. But like because it was three privates that were doing this, so they were all relatively new. And the one kid that cut off part of his foot was like asking for somebody to help him, right? Because like his foot was like stuck to the ground because there's a freaking hatchet in it.
Yeah.
And the other kid was just laughing at him,
What the?
like laughing, and it's like, bro, like help your buddy out. Like, see, that's where it's like fucked up to me.
that's fucking sick.
And then like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So me personally, and I don't know, it's just me, and I have a little theory about it, which I will discuss. But I'm just not a big fan of degrading humor. My little theory about it is a lot of people aren't naturally humorous.
Yeah.
Right. So the only way that they can be, demonstrating any type of humor is if it's at somebody's expense or degrading. Um, and again, it's a theory, so I'm like, I can't really prove this, but that's just what I've gathered over the years and shit. And particularly for reasons like that, that's why I don't like degrading humor. It's like, bro, there's other ways to be funny or other ways to have a good time. You don't kind of got to shit on people to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
Oh, yeah.
it happens. So,
Well, I mean, and I don't remember if I told this story on the pod, but like this was actually the same sergeant that I was helping back drunk that one time. This is like, 6 years later. Um, and we had a brand new PFC that had come to the unit, and he was super, super good. Like, awesome at PT, awesome soldier. Like, I could give him a task, and I knew it would get done. Just all around, like, very high energy, very on top of
he's
things.
the target.
Yep, very high speed. And so that NCO, we were out doing a mission. We were like welding a cattle guard back on because we'd ran it over with some Humvees or something. And so we're fixing that. And he took a tinker bar that the kid was like had set down on the ground, and he was like standing over it. And he took that tinker bar and just freaking racked him with it, like hard. I mean, hard enough that like later I could see that he still was super uncomfortable, not feeling well, and like me and I was a specialist at the time, so like me and the other specialists that were there, because there was like 5 or 6 of us there, had pulled him aside and basically like, what the fuck, right? And we got our hires involved, so like my platoon sergeant got involved and a couple of other people, and he came to me later, that PFC, and was just like, hey man, like I need to talk to you, like I think I need to go to the hospital. And I was like, okay, like what's up? He's like, yeah, I'm peeing blood.
Oh shit.
And so he legit like had some damage to that area from that one time, and that NCO got demoted over that, which was rightfully like he was a prick. But it's just crazy. It's like that kind of shit, right? And he thought it was the funniest thing ever, and I'm like, dude, this is not funny. Like you legit hurt him.
Yeah, like what the
Like,
fuck, bro?
like
That's just
why
not
are we
funny,
doing
bro.
that? It's that kind of shit, I think, is what these people are talking about.
Let's go ahead and
But-
say this. I fucking hate getting hit in the nuts.
Yeah.
So I don't hit other people.
Oh yeah,
Why
why
the
would
fuck
you
would
do
you do
that?
that?
Exactly. That's what I'm
Like
saying.
I don't think it's funny. Like maybe when I was in high school it was funny. It's not funny anymore.
No.
I don't
No.
I don't hit other people in the nuts. I don't want to get hit in the nuts. Like let's just leave that. Let's go ahead and leave that back in freaking 1990s where it belongs.
Yeah.
Like,
We did have a couple of responses to this comment. So this person said the majority of combat arms soldiers I've worked with have been unbearable to be around.
Hey.
I mean, I'm not going to say
Yeah.
that's true. I mean, I've worked around a lot of combat arms soldiers, and they're not all unbearable. Some are, but not all.
yeah, you gotta have some tough skin. I'll say that.
Yeah.
And then another one was always hated this so much. I mean, I feel like that's the consensus. And then the last response was almost all healthy blue collar work relationships is pretty much the same. Other types of work, you won't see it as much because of the secret boss, human resources.
True.
Shout
Man, my
out
joke
HR.
was
Shout out to HR.
my
yeah.
joke was so good. HR asked me to hear it.
Yeah.
Um,
Let that motherfucker rip for them.
all right, so I really like this next one just because looking back on it, yeah, it's freaking weird.
Yeah.
Talking between toilet stalls.
Oh, 1,000%.
Yeah.
Like the conversation. Those were the conversations. Like
Okay, so that's my second one. Go ahead, though. Go ahead.
like right now the best thing I can compare it to is when you like with your homeboy, you guys playing a game or something, you on the Discord, and then it's like you're getting ready to go to bed or something, that 11 o'clock at night talk where you're like just suddenly life just starts
Mhm.
life, and then you
Yeah.
guys just start talking about life.
Mhm.
That's
Hit the
where
life
those
chapter of the call.
yeah, that's where those conversations happen. Is in between stalls.
Yeah.
I truly believe that.
Yeah. Reason why I said this is my second one is because earlier I mentioned that I was gay before I fucking joined. That's not it.
Yeah.
But I've also done this shit before I joined, only because it's not exactly talking through stalls, but and I'm prepared for motherfuckers to be like, this is weird, but like me and my brother, like we have like a kind of relationship dynamic where like there's not a lot that like we feel like is weird per se. Like seeing each other like poorly clothed, shit like that. It's just like whatever, bro. It's my brother. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So like, uh, one of the things that we do, a lot of people would shit on. What we used to do. I'm like, we don't live together now. It's like if one of us was just using the bathroom or some shit, or just like in the shower, we had a talk going. The talk doesn't stop just
Yeah.
because one of those things is going on. So when that shit started happening in the army, I just like, oh, what the fuck? Like, I don't care, bro.
Yeah.
We even got some separation in this situation.
Mhm.
I just want you to know I'm gonna come back later when this podcast airs, and I'm gonna clip the "I was gay before" part.
Oh yeah, just hey, run that shit out, baby.
Save.
I'm a beardo, guys.
But no, I agree with that. As far as like, even when I came home from basic and like I had like, well, no, it was my not basic, but the holiday block from while I was in basic. I had gotten so comfortable with just like changing around people that when I was home, I was taking off my uniform and I was wearing my silks because it was fucking cold as shit. And I like needed to go out because I think my sister had called because she was in another state, so she had just called in and she was trying to see me while I was home, and I had just stripped down to my silks, and all my friends were out in the other room, and like some girls that I was interested in, all that jazz. And I just walk out there in just my silks, like that's all I'm wearing. And they're like, "Oh my god, like what are you doing? Like go put some clothes on." I was like, "I'm wearing clothes. What do you?"
Yeah, these are clothes, bro.
I mean, granted,
My
it's
shit
not
swinging.
definitely like not quite the proper attire, but
True.
like it's still. I don't know. I just was I had
I mean,
become
you're
so
still
comfortable with it so
fully
fast.
covered. I don't
Yeah,
know.
more or less, but like I had just become so comfortable so fast with just stripping in front of people that it was like whatever.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. So I feel that.
Yeah.
And then I also will talk on the phone while I'm getting in the shower. Like even some of our work associates
Yeah.
to this day will like they'll call me and I'll be jumping in the shower to get ready for work or something, and I'll just put the phone on speaker and like set that thing in the shower with me, and they're like, "Are you taking a shower right now?" I'm like, "Don't make this weird, bro.
Don't make it
Like,
weird, bro.
you're making it weird. I was just taking a shower and we were having a conversation. You're making this weird now. Thanks for that."
I'm not jacking off while you're
Yeah.
talking.
Well, maybe.
This time, but
Only because you noticed that I'm taking a shower. Otherwise, I would have gone ahead and done it. But
damn, stop making it weird, bro. Fuck.
All right, moving on. Next comment was people being mean to their spouses/partners. For some reason, a lot of people in my unit think it's funny to be mean to their partners or call their partners insults just because they aren't around to hear it. I can understand venting, but sometimes they say things that would be extremely hurtful to hear your partner say, and it makes me wonder why they're even still with them. I say this is normal because one person will say their girlfriend is a whore or something like that, and it will snowball to another guy calling the mother of his kids a cunt or ugly or some awful name that you shouldn't call your partner. And then all of a sudden everyone hates their wife of 5 years and their girlfriend who loves them a lot.
yeah,
Hey, motherfucker, clock that T, because I swear this shit is true.
It
That
is
shit is super
100%.
true.
I
the
mean,
amount of times I hear my wife's a bitch or some shit like
Yep.
that, like that's crazy.
well, my old coworker would say shit like that. And it's like, and I like knew his wife and his kids.
Yeah,
And so sometimes I'd be like,
Yeah.
dude, like, I know she did something you didn't like, but like, chill. You guys been
Yeah,
married
bro.
for like 13 fucking years, man. Like,
And some people will tell you that's a sign of health. That's the crazy part. Some people be
I
like,
don't think
bro,
so.
that's
I
healthy,
mean,
bro.
there's
That's
a
how you know they
line.
love each other. What?
There's a line.
What?
I
This is
think.
love proof?
There's a line between another issue and anyway.
I've also seen this snowball into work relationships, like we mentioned before.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. They would start saying stuff like that, so that way you're like, that way the other person's like, oh shit, so they don't even really like his
Yep.
wife,
And
or
I've seen
she don't really
males.
like it.
I've seen males and females.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, my fucking wife a bitch. Oh, she's a bitch, huh? Oh, my fucking husband ain't shit. Oh, he ain't shit. Okay.
Joke's on you. I ain't shit either.
Come on now.
So we had some responses. So the first response is this one. This is one of the most pathetic things I've ever experienced, to be honest. Like, I know people throw around the word loser a bunch, but doing this actually makes people losers. And then OP actually responded to this person's comment and said, I've had problems with my partners before, but I would never think about going behind their back to only talk shit about them like they were crap under my shoe. And if I ever did feel that need to do so, um, I feel that I would feel the need to talk to them about it first, at least leave them first, so I'm not actively talking shit about someone who I'm still with.
Yes, emphasis on that last point
Mhm.
because, guys, I swear so many people who I just have to have this conversation with. So apparently, there's a lot of people amongst that don't do this, but communicate with your partner. Okay, the communications that you want to have on the sidebar and with other people, you need to do that shit with your partner. You and your partner can fix things. You and that third party, probably not. And it's probably not a good idea to keep internalizing that shit. So go talk to your partner. Stop doing that with other people. That might help you a lot. That's a good first step, guys. Good first step.
Yeah, respectable. If you aren't happy where you at, don't stay unhappy.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Next comment.
I mean, there's still more to the OP response.
Oh, fair enough.
I don't know if we want to talk about it though. It gets a little dark.
Damn.
But so the second paragraph, 'cause there's three. Some of these guys will call their girlfriends or wives ugly, stupid bitches because they think it's funny and makes them look like comedians, and sometimes bring them to Christmas drills like it was nothing. It makes me extremely sad because if they can talk that kind of shit about them openly and not be afraid of them finding out at drill, imagine how they treat or talk to them behind closed doors.
Mm,
I would agree.
Yes.
you know.
Then the last one is I'm also in an infantry unit in a backwood ass unit who gets off on hazing guys until they kill themselves. Leadership actively, openly talks about hating us and is delusional about how well our battalion is. And everyone is extremely misogynistic, homophobic, racist, etc. So I pretty much drill with the KKK. And I hear a lot of shit that makes the whole treating your wife like shit thing normal, but still not okay. I fucking hate this unit outside of the circle. I can't.
Mm.
Damn, bro.
It's like bro needs to vent, and I
Yeah.
kind of want to reach out, but
Yeah.
We gotta
Yeah, I
have that
feel like that's a
conversation.
conversation that just needs to be like a one-on-one with him. Like, there's a lot that I could say on that about just having been in units that I didn't like,
oh yeah,
not liking leadership, different things like that. And it can spoil your whole perception of the military, whether it's the guard, active duty, whatever. And that's really unfortunate. Especially, I don't know, suicide awareness is like huge to me
yeah,
because there have definitely been people that I've been close to that have not found a better way for not to put too deep into that. But so the fact that that's just common with that unit apparently, no, that's not an okay situation.
no,
And it never will be. So
Damn,
no,
bro.
yeah, I feel like we need to.
we'll reach out
Yeah,
and we'll have a one-on-one conversation with them.
yeah.
We'll move on to the next comment. So, like others have said, outright cheating on their spouses, even the ones who have been cheated on and know how it feels, to have no issue with their friends doing it.
Man,
I told you there was a lot of repetition on
yeah,
this
when
exact thing.
when we first started talking about this, and I was like, man, this is gonna be a funny topic. Like, there's some funny stuff that like like we do about shower naked, stuff like that, whatever.
Mhm.
And then we're just like, we are hitting just some dark ass topics. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
this is not at all like I was like here and now I'm down here. Like,
Hey, and also, guys, this is not at all an indicator of what an experience has to be like. You know what I'm saying? A military experience has to be like, but
you do see a
it
lot
can
of it.
happen. Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
you see a lot of it. Like that's
Yeah.
why there's so many comments about it. It's super common. I hate to say that, but there's a reason why they talk about like Jody and temporarily divorced you and
Yep.
deployment goggles, all that stuff. There's a reason why there's so many like not even just jokes, but like jargon that we use for it and stuff like that because it happens so often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I would like to say that I think it's gotten better. I mean,
Yeah.
your last deployment was when, Hunter?
why we you trying to
No.
trying to
I'm
just
using
cook
this as an example.
We ain't
Go.
terminating.
2016?
2016. Okay.
Oh,
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know where the
You've already-
context is coming from the comments, right? But like, as far as like the deployments go and things like that, when the deployments were a lot more consistent and common, I feel like this was very prevalent.
Yeah.
But I feel like we've died down the deployment tempo nationally, and so you're going to see a whole lot less of this in that aspect of like the deployments and stuff like that. But it also getting normalized was part of the problem.
100%.
Um,
The fact that everybody was doing it, you were like, well, if everybody's doing it, why can't I?
and just the schedule itself of those type of mobilizations and shit.
Mhm.
That just makes it more normal.
Yeah,
But it is what it is.
I mean, we can't change the past.
Yeah.
So. All right, moving on.
Yeah.
Next comment: stupidity and the acceptance of it as the norm.
I think that was a safe one. No, I think that's good. I think that's good. Hey, bro, you gotta act like motherfuckers is dumb as shit, bro.
Motherfuckers is dumb as shit. Everything in the military is an 8th grade level education.
It's called dummy proof.
Yeah, for the most
It's a good
part.
thing.
Yeah,
I
like,
mean, this is why we dummy proof things.
Yeah.
Like dummy cording your ACOG to your rifle and shit, like like that kind of shit, right?
Crazy, yeah. True, but crazy.
Yeah.
But we laugh.
Yeah.
But like, I had a kid, and
Free kid.
Free kid.
and he was everybody's problem child.
Oh, man.
And like, to say that he got dumped on me because I was the newest NCO in the unit, like he literally had 3 other squad leaders before he got to me.
Oof.
I know
And
exactly.
and none of them could put up with him. Like it was to that level where they were just like, I can't deal with his shit. Like, you try. And then it got to me, and it was like we were at AT, and we were doing some kind of an evaluation of our unit for combat readiness and all that shit. And like, he and I are sitting out in a Humvee doing whatever. We were at like an OP manning a gate, and so he and I are sitting in this Humvee, and he's manning 50 cal, and I'm just chilling in the driver's seat trying to stay warm because it was like December. and we just got talking, and I was trying to get to know him a little bit better just because he's new to the unit, and I hadn't gone out of my way to get to know him because he was known as kind of just a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But like, come to find out that like he thought that everybody hated him, and because he thought everybody hated him, he didn't feel like he needed to apply himself because everybody just treated him like they hated him.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang, man, like, I never really thought about it like that. And so I went out of my way to like include him in stuff and invite him to stuff over just like this 2-week period. Completely changed. Like he went from, like I said, being a shitbag, failing fitness tests, and like intentionally just being a shitbag to passive fitness tests, getting selected, go on orders, getting awards. He got invited to be ADOS with like the Homeland Response Force and like all sorts of good stuff. And then like I left the next year and went AGR, and like he and I still talk to this day because he was like, you were that pivotal person in my career that like basically made the difference of like me probably getting out after my first contract or staying in.
Yeah.
So like, yes, there's stupidity, but then like some of it kind of, it's just the military. Like we just, I don't know if we just like reduce ourselves to that for the drill weekend or for the time that we're at work or what.
Yeah.
But occasionally, like, just being stupid with your friends. That's kind of what you're doing.
Yeah.
But it being an acceptance, I don't know. Like, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
Next comment we had was gay guys acting the straightest in combat roles.
Whoa. Like, actual gay guys?
I don't know. It doesn't give any more
Acting
context.
straight?
I would assume he'd have to be saying actual
So-
because I'm like, we also gay, right?
I do kind of get that because I feel like if there was like a known actual gay man in a combat unit and just the amount of like randomly gayness that straight men exhibit in a combat unit, that if an actual gay man like came out and started trying to do the stuff that the straight dudes were doing, like we'd be like, oh dude, he's actually hitting on me, and just immediately have that thought. So they have
Which is
to act.
fucked up.
It is 100%. I'm not saying that this is right. I'm just saying this is what I'm assuming. Because there were definitely like gay dudes in some of my units, and we treated them the same. Like if you making a joke, we all making a joke. We know I'll know if you're. Well, I would hope I would know if you're actually hitting on me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could see that being the reason. Like, and them being like, oh, this dude's hitting on me. That's gay, and like fucking try to fight him.
Yeah,
I could definitely see that.
Yeah, but I think too, just kind of piggyback. I want the trigger, but just to kind of tack on to that, man. I think gay guys would just be straighter, more straight. Because I think straight guys play gay for the sake of playing gay because they want to play. Does that make sense? You get what I'm saying? I don't think.
Yeah, like it's funny.
Yeah, I don't think
they
a
do it
gay
for
guy
the
would
meme.
be as inclined to play like that.
Yeah,
I mean, I feel
it's
like
not funny for them. It's real life.
Yeah. Like I really live this shit, bro. This shit ain't a joke. I want to fuck, bro.
I'm trying to get between them cheeks, bro. What the fuck?
Hey, get that shit up, little bro. Oh shit. Quit pro throw. All right. We can just roll.
Man.
So rolling into the next comment.
Yeah.
Showering with other dudes.
Hey man.
Yeah, be like that.
You swing, I swing, we all swing, man.
You scream, I scream. Wait, what? Huh?
What?
Huh?
Stop, Diddy, no, Diddy.
Video?
I mean, I read this one this morning, and I was like, it wasn't ever really. I can't say. All right, so like, playing sports in high school, like, was like the first time that I guess I would ever have been like, oh, like it's not that weird. Like after the first year of playing, football and wrestling,
Yeah.
like it wasn't weird anymore because it was just whatever.
Well, and like me and you talked about this because when I was in high school, I didn't do a sport. I was on the marching band, so we didn't really do the whole showering and with all the dudes thing. Like, but we had one of those. Like of course, we changed in the locker room into our little gym clothes or whatever, and so like you could see the showers over there. And one of my best friends was the defense's team captain for football team. And so I would always talk cad shit to him, like, bro, you in there just like naked as fuck, wet up with a bunch of other dudes all soaping your assholes. Like that's gay as hell, man. Like, what are you doing? And I would just give him such hell about that. And like we would make jokes about it. And then lo and behold, I joined the military, go to basic, and I walk into the shower room and it's just 6 shower heads. 3 on one side, 3 on the other, and then open.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn.
Yeah. I'm gay now.
You just get used to it.
Like, you walked in there, damn, y'all, I'm gay now. Take that.
Tragic. So.
Yeah, I think after a certain age group, that shit should be weird. I had a homeboy of mine. And the reason why I say after a certain age group, kids just fucking play. Like, that weird ass shit kids used to do where, like, if you're taking a shit at a bathroom, like a fucking school bathroom, they want to look over stalls and shit. Y'all, that shit was always gay, by the way. But I had a homeboy of mine that went through basic. This might have made it to the pod before. I'm sorry if I'm repeating this, but This motherfucker went to basic and would like shower the last. He'd be the last person to shower. Would like get into a fucking shower with like boxers on and shit. Do all type of weird shit just to make sure he wasn't naked around people. And I was like, bruh, like brother, relax, bro. It's not that serious. But like once we get to a certain age, like I feel like, bro, it's just you shouldn't even care as much. Like who's focusing on that dick or that little boy ass you got? Nobody want to. Bro, nobody care about that little boy ass and dick, bro.
Yeah,
Just handle your business. Get on through, man.
We all just in here taking a shower and getting the fuck out to move on.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be weird, bro. It's only gonna be as weird as you make it. Just handle your business, bro.
Yeah. What we got next?
All right, so I'm gonna skip a couple because they're just repetitive. But we had. I was active duty being fat during COVID was really normal and didn't seem to carry a stigma. And then he had a response to this and it said, yeah, seeing brand new soldiers show up failing height, weight, and PT during the COVID era like a flu prevented you from physical activity, and that's just okay somehow.
Yeah.
We saw this a lot. I mean, like, because during the COVID era, I was running an RSP site at the time, and it was like everything that we could do to just get people to show up to do paperwork if they had the sniffles. Like, it's like, bro, throw on a mask or double mask up and just show up.
Yeah.
Do what you got to do. You don't leave for 3 weeks. Like, you'll be fine by the time you leave.
Yeah.
And then just getting people to work out and do anything was challenging on its own, of course.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, and even after the COVID era, the amount of peak times in the guard where somebody shows up to a unit and they're like, they can't pass a PT test off rip.
Yeah.
Like, because they come home and they're just like,
that's crazy.
Done. No more PT for me.
Yeah,
And, they don't come to the unit for like 2 months because you got to do those 2 drills and get your IMRX, all that jazz. So then they show up to the unit and they just can't pass PT test because they just didn't do anything for 2 months because they go back to their old lifestyle of before basic. Yeah, that happens often. Especially, I'm sure you've seen a lot with RSP where they come home for like your stows.
oh my gosh.
The stows come home and they have to pass a PT test before they go back, and they're like failing the shit out of those PT tests.
Crazy, right?
Happens all the time.
It would end up being a lot of the time where like I had one of my favorite stows. Like he even came to me and was just like, "Hey Sergeant, like I'm pretty sure that I broke some of my ribs, but I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna give it my all." Bro didn't pass, right? Like, all right. I mean, he was running a fitness test with legit broken ribs. Like he actually came back later and like showed me X-rays. Like he broke his ribs. And I was like, all right, man, like, it's all good. Like, I'll run with you on this next one, and, like, we'll make sure you pass. And we did. We ran it together. I mean, he didn't pass by much, but he passed.
Right.
And,
C's get degrees.
yeah, but, like, went to training, came back from training. Like, he's an E5 now. Like, bro's killing it, living life. It's just one of those things. Like, I mean, we had plenty of other stows that they would, like, get back from training from basic and they'd be getting ready to start their senior year. And, like, I had to go through the whole, like, don't get on the freaking McDonald's, Costa Vida, this train, that train, like, stay away from XYZ, don't get in the habit of this, make sure you maintain what you did at basic training, whatever, right? Because it's like you only see them once a month.
Yeah.
And so, like, you can't really enforce very much during the week outside of drill. So, like, yeah, we saw that a ton. I mean, but I think that's not just a issue during COVID. I think it was just worse during COVID. But anyway.
Yeah, I can see that. It's just more glaringly obvious when COVID was happening.
Yep. All right. I mean, that's all the comments that we got for this one. So it was a little bit shorter, but our last episode was significantly longer. So I think we had a good amount to talk about, and yeah. I don't know.
Hey, look, I feel like there was a lot of bad discussed this time around that I was just I guess I wasn't as prepared for as I thought I would be. And I don't know. I feel like there's a lot I want to say about that. but I just don't even know where to begin because there is a lot of stigmas that people have in the military that are just not good, and there's a lot that are good. And I mean, a lot of it's like older stuff, like the old ways, and we're trying to get away from those old ways. I get it. I'm an old head. I've been in 15 years. Like it's it is what it is.
Yeah, you'll foster. You good.
Thanks, man.
I mean, I'm not that far behind, bro.
Uh,
But
but
12.
but yeah, like
Two fosters.
so, so I'm one of the ones that has some of those stigmas. Maybe not the bad ones, but I do have some of those stigmas. So it's about trying to do better. And as these guys who have these experiences, as you guys are coming up through the ranks, the only way to beat it is it starts with you, right?
Yeah.
So if you don't like something you see, address it. Like if we don't all work to change it, it's never going to change.
Yeah.
So if you see something you don't like, change it. Shit, I'll help you change it however I can.
Well, and I think that there's a stigma out there, at least there was when I was coming up through the ranks, that like you think that as like a private first class or a specialist that you can't start the change, but you're the majority.
Yep.
So think about it in that aspect. Like, the NCOs are there to take what is given from the lower enlisted and take it to higher.
Yep.
But if that's not happening, you are 100% within your right to go above that.
Yeah.
And like that's why most commanders and first sergeants have open door policies is
Yep.
because of these stigmas that we talked about today. Like, yeah, a lot of them were negative, and it's sad because there's so many good things and good people in the military and that the military does that are all overshadowed by like the few negative things that happen. Because like all the people that were talking about deployments and things that happened on deployments and people cheating and all that shit, think about all the good that happened on that deployment, like all the positive things that happened, the great experiences. They're all overshadowed by somebody doing something stupid with somebody else. And like I get where people are coming from, like, and I'm not taking anything away from how, in my opinion, that's completely wrong and it shouldn't happen. But that kind of shit happens in the regular world too, not just in the military.
Yeah.
Like,
Right that back.
and it's one of those things that like the military is held to a higher standard 100%. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't be because like we're definitely in the public eye and like we do a job that most people won't do and can't do and aren't eligible to do.
Yeah.
And so being held to that higher standard, we need to take that into account and definitely improve on these things.
Yeah. The only little bit of the only extra piece I added that, and y'all done briefly touched on this shit too, but somebody kind of gave me some guidance before when I was before I newly promoted 5 or about to get promoted, some shit like that. And their guidance was just like, hey, bro, more or less, it's gonna be bullshit that happens. It's always bullshit that happens, but you kind of persevere through it, and you kind of try to be movers of change and try to infect people around you. Then whenever you get to a point where there's people under you, you kind of make the army better for y'all. You make y'all's perception of the army. You get what I'm saying? Or y'all's perception of whatever fucking branch you're in. Y'all do that and y'all just try to become a little cancer, become a little virus. Doing better shit. Better standards, better treatment of people, better care for your soldiers, service after you sell, shit like that. Yeah.
Right. Well, and a lot of the time I feel like it's also just simply speaking up. Like if you just sit by and idly allow it to happen, even though you know that it's wrong or you think that it's wrong or you don't want to see that in your army or in the military that you're a part of, like even just saying something is going to spark that in other people that are probably feeling the exact same
And you'll
way.
be surprised. Yeah, you'll be surprised.
Right. Like I can think of multiple times where like one of my battle, Haley, who like I was super super close with and like we were best friends. Like there was multiple times where people would talk shit about her because she was just kind of like one of the guys, right? She was one of the few females in our unit and like everybody knew her and she got along with everybody really well. And we had one kid that had been around longer than me. And there was one time like he was basically like referring back to like talking about how like he wished that she would do stuff like sexual stuff in front of everybody, and nobody said anything. And I was like this is probably a turning point for me in my career when I realized like I can stop this kind of shit from happening. And so I said something, and then as soon as I said something, then the other female in our unit said something, and then one of our new privates had said something, and then one of the NCOs got on board and said something, and that was the end of it. It never happened again the whole rest of that time that we were at
Yeah.
that field training. And then it was like the next drill, it got brought up again because he was doing the same shit. And then he ended up getting kicked out for that crap.
Mhm.
And it's like that's the kind of stuff, that's the kind of change that we need,
Yeah.
right?
100%.
And I mean, like we can joke, and like there's a time and a place for some jokes, but it's when it becomes not a joke anymore that it needs to be stopped. And even if it is a joke and it's a sexual joke, I don't think that there's necessarily a place for it, because we need to be professional.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I think that's all we've got for this episode. So thanks for listening, and again, please subscribe and drop some comments if you guys would like to hear something specific, or if you have something that you'd like to add. We're happy to talk about it.
Yeah.
But until next time.
Et well.